How's it going, everybody? So you guys have probably never seen this shop before. I don't think I've ever really filmed in a car, but I am on my way to the farm, visit the fam for a bit, play with the dogs. I'm really looking forward to playing with the dogs again. The puppies, well, they're not really puppies, that are quite large, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with them a bit and just relaxing on the farm, being in nature for a bit, because yeah, I'm mostly inside my room, so getting out is a bit of a treat. Now, I also asked you guys on Twitter to ask me like Q&A questions, so we're gonna do a Q&A on the farm as well. Looking forward to doing that, answering some of your questions, and yeah, I'm just kind of glad to be out of the house. That's the biggest thing. It gets so cramped inside the house, so when I can go to the farm, it's always nice and relaxing. Alrighty, we are here, and as you guys can see, it's green. Now, I wasn't here like for a while, so the last time I was here was on my father's birthday, and we saw a massive fire in the bush over there. No, you guys can really see that there, but the next day, pretty much the entire farm burned down. It's quite a large farm. It's like 100 hectares. Flies on the lens. Are you kidding me? So that's the thing. And if you're on the farm, there's a lot of flies. But yeah, everything burned down, but luckily it rained these couple of last weeks, and now it's starting to get all green again. So whoa, rest, chill. Whoa, hey, Beta, hey. I know you missed me, but no. Hey, off, Beta, off. Let me just get outside. Yes, see. Those monsters. Olovina. She doesn't like me though. Okay, I can touch her. Nice. Thank you. There we go, the fastest way to get out of the house, and now the wind is crazy today. And hello. Ow. Hey, chill. Dogs are crazy. Whoa. Sorry if the wind is a bit much, because it's super windy today for some reason. I decided to pick up now, and I'm not sure how it's actually going to sound with the microphone. Hopefully it's not too bad, because I want to still do some Q&A with you guys. But first I want to play with the dogs for a bit, get them to run around, and then get rid of some of that excess energy, because they've got so freaking much. So let's get this, and then hey, sit, back, sit, Raven, sit. Hopefully you guys can see. There we go, and it's all full of just spit. All the dogs is spit. Lovely. And check this one. He just decides to stand inside. I need to wash my hands first. They're gonna get wet. He doesn't really care. He doesn't care at all. Alrighty. She's like, it's nice and cool in this hot summer. Alright, Mr. Lacke. Whoa! Sit. Let's see if we can do it with the dogs. Hey, Buster. Just see if we can get them relaxed first. Wow, the wind. Oh, whoa. Sit, lay. Sit, lay. There we go. So once the others come. He enjoys his ear scratching. Sit. These dogs are such a handful. So all of them are Labradors. I still hope you guys can hear me, but all of them are Labradors. That is the only female. Her name is Raisin, and she's the mother of these two. Those two, and then that is another one. We had another white dog that was Luke, and he's the father of these two. So yeah, I got quite a family going on here. So Raisin, Raven. We got Tigger because he has like these type of stripes on, these brown stripes, which is weird because again, wind. Wow. Because again, his mother is black and his dad was white, so I'm not sure where the brown came in, but he came in black and brown, and then that one, Raven, also has like a lot of brown spots everywhere. And then Chewy is the white one over there. It's officially mine, kind of. The rest are just the family's dogs. So yeah. But these two, the two brothers, are freaking attention seekers. They just want to climb on you and have your scratches. Yeah. Look at that face. Okay, sit. And the wet one. This one is the worst of all. It just wants to sit on you and you're wet. It's wet. Yeah, that wasn't the best idea to get him wet. A Raven. Whoa. And the thing is, they're kind of lap dogs. They're not supposed to be lap dogs, but they climb on top of you. Let's do this. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this outside the Q&A. The wind is so heavy and these dogs. Hi, kan le. Kan le. Sit. Raven, sit. Hey. Yay. Sit. Raven. Sit. Be careful for the camera, please. Whoa. He just wants he wants you to put your arm or your hands on him at all times. Attention-seeking monster. But we love you. There we go. Now it's finally a bit relaxed. All right. Now let's see if we can set everything up and do some Q&A for you guys. All right, so let's jump into some of our first questions. Now, a lot of these are really going to be tech related. It's just if you guys wanted to ask me some personal stuff or just random questions in general. Wind? No, that's not going to relax. Then yeah, this is where I answer it, just to be a bit more personal with you guys and so on. So first up, we have a question from Divan Fisser, which asks, have you ever thought about getting a tattoo or dye your hair? Now, tattoo, I have thought about it, but honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to get one. Just because, I don't know, it's nothing really that I need. And for dyeing my hair, I don't think so. It's a bit, I don't know, I don't understand why you want to dye your hair a different, like a weird blue or green color. I know a lot of the YouTuber guys do it, but it's just not really me. Peter asks, can you sponsor me a new chair? Mine broke and I think my back is next. I first need a new gaming chair as well. My chair's like the leather at the back is just tearing off, just because I've been sitting in that chair for 8 to 12 hours every single day and it gets a bit sweaty and stuff, so it's tearing off a bit. So Corsair, if you wanted to maybe get a new chair, I would enjoy that. Thank you. Alright, so this is actually some questions that I've been getting a lot and people don't necessarily understand that. So would you suggest buying locally even if it's 500 Rand to 800 Rand or more? That's around 40 or 35 to $65 around there. Would you recommend buying it locally instead of like buying from Amazon? And honestly, for around 500 Rand or like $35, I would say yes, buy locally, because especially PC hardware, depends on the hardware of course, but CPUs, motherboards, GPUs, I'd rather buy locally because then you do have your local warranty if something goes wrong, because if you have to send it overseas back with Amazon, it's going to cost you a lot. So rather for stuff that might break or that's not crazy expensive, I'd rather say buy it locally, or if you save a ton, wind. Like for instance, my camera, my GH5, that was around 30,000 Rand, which is it's currently cheap, it's like $2,000. But the thing is, when I bought it, it was so much cheaper to buy from Amazon than locally, and that's the reason why I bought it. Luckily, nothing has gone wrong yet, but if something was to happen, then I would have been really sad. No, wait. I'm so afraid they're gonna bump over the camera. Because they don't care. They're just monsters. Just big fluffy monsters. Oh, diggies. And another one. You want to join in? You guys want to join in on the Q&A? Alrighty. And then along with that question, we also have Amazon offers competitive pricing against local components like PC hardware and so on. It cut off there, but it's mostly also going to be should you buy from them. And again, yes, peripheral stuff like that, honestly, you can buy that from overseas if it's a lot cheaper or if you can't get it here. But if it's only a few dollars or a couple of hundred rands more expensive locally, rather buy it locally, because that warranties, you never know if something can go wrong. You never know. So just be mindful of that. Alright, moving on to some of the YouTube comments. We do you have other sources of income, and what skills do you have? So other sources of income, I do stuff on the side, so PC work, other PC stuff, type of work, a bit of IT stuff, but it's mostly YouTube and like Amazon affiliate links. So if you're getting into YouTube and you do reviews, Amazon affiliate links is a lifesaver. It's a bit of an issue to get your money locally because they don't pay directly into a bank account. They either send you check or you have to find another way. So it's a bit hard, but I mean, if the people is going to buy from your links anyway, then just use Amazon affiliate links. It's going to help you out. But as for other stuff, not necessarily. I am planning to do some stuff on the farm next year. That's some other things that I have planned. So next year is going to be quite a big move for me. All right, then we have actually a quite long one, and this might apply to a lot of people as well. Emil Hoffman asked, I've always wondered if it's worth it to become a YouTuber in South Africa. I mean, I have always wanted to be a YouTuber, but many people tell me it's not worth it being in South Africa. So obviously people in like the US get a lot more views because of the algorithm, and yeah, the algorithm sucks for South Africans. Then like I want to buy a gear, I want to buy a DSLR and GPU. I dog. But I'm not sure if it's really worth it, and it's editing PCs. And then I admire you and think that you have a great channel. Groeten van Springs, thanks dude. And as for starting a PC YouTube channel, dude, just go for it. I wouldn't say necessarily buy the equipment just to make YouTube videos, rather buy it to do other things as well. I mean, you can use your phone. If you have a decent phone, then also you can just use your phone to do a lot of videos. You don't need a DSLR, and a lot of secondhand DSLRs are pretty good. Don't have to go 4K. If it's a 1080p camera that shoots at a high enough bitrate, above 50, then that's honestly going to look amazing still. So rather see if you can get something there, and for the people who want to start YouTube, just do it. Just do it. It is going to possibly take a while. There are some people that just like skyrocket from their first video. I've seen so many YouTubers that YouTube just promotes straight away their first or third video. It reaches over 1 million just like that. For a lot of us, it's not necessarily that easy, and especially for here in South Africa, it is a bit harder. So I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff as well. What's it? Roar. 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 They're seeing something. Luckily the grass is short so I can see everything. But yeah, just start, dude. Even if it's just more basic stuff, you don't have to go full die hard into like a tech review stuff. Just start basic, just start doing it, learn the basics of making YouTube videos. Like on my second channel, I'm planning on reacting to my first ever review that I did, or my first 2, and it was horrible reviews. But I grew and just got better over time. And I mean, it took me like a year or maybe 2 years to actually first make my first paycheck from YouTube. So that shouldn't be your primary focus. Just do things and then work on your story a bit more. That's something that I still, with tech videos, it's hard to make like a story. That's where people like get drawn into your video a bit more. But yeah, tech especially is hard because you have to buy everything, you have to get everything. So yeah, just go for it. Just try it. If it fails, then it fails. But just don't buy products just to review or just to make your videos at first. Do other things with the hardware first. So just below that we have M1K3 answer, which asks, how do you start out on YouTube and how do you make such good quality videos? Literally just start. That's the thing. You're gonna grow over time. You're gonna build that skill up. And as for my quality, it's mostly just me doing the stuff and then also like growing and then trying to mimic kind of or take inspiration from a lot of the other YouTubers. So for instance, I started my YouTube channel wanting to have the cinematic quality, the camera work from Hardware Canucks. That's what I inspired to. I looked at his videos, made notes of all of that, of the shots, took videos of the type of shots he did, and I added that into my workflow. We're gonna blow away. I didn't call you guys. No. Ah! Okay, wait. No, you're not gonna lay on top of me. You're still wet. Hey, gaan lay. Yeah, you're wet. Ooh, it's cold. It's cold. Okay, gaan lay. Off. Save me! Save me! Then we have Chris X Cross asks, is it fine if I go for a Ryzen 5 2600 and pair it up with the RX 578 gig or RX 588 gig for like 4 to 5 years for normal usage. Note, I can't go for the RX 590, sorry, because of my PSU is only 500 watt and I don't want to upgrade it now or until it causes any me problems. Honestly, I'm not sure if it'll probably last you still 4 to 5 years, but you're not going to be able to play the games on like high to medium quality. You're probably going to have to lower it down to low settings in some of the games. CSGO is still going to be fine. Probably Overwatch is as well. A lot of these more competitive games, they don't really focus on graphics that much, but for instance Call of Duty, you're not going to be able to play that at crazy high frame rates on high settings. But yeah, it'll probably still last you for 3 years decently, so you can try it. As for your power supply, if you can get one for cheap, then I'd rather say, dude, Black Friday is just around the corner. Watch for that. There's going to be hella specials, especially on AMD stuff. There's usually crazy specials, so look for that, and then maybe you can score a power supply and an RX 590. Maybe just look at that. But honestly, there's nothing wrong still with a 580 8 gig. Still good enough. I still have a 1060 6 gig in my system. So alright, then we have a bit of a different one. Wender Source asks, if you had the opportunity to create your own video game, what game would it be and its name? I'm not exactly sure about the name, but if I was able to create my own game, I've actually thought about this. I would create an MMO or RPG, but the thing is, it'll be totally free, but inside the game, just like we have a billboard, stuff like that, there'll be like people can buy ads, companies can buy ads and advertise it inside the game, depending on your region and so on. And that's going to be how the game is actually monetized. But the game has to be hella hard. It shouldn't be for just jump it in, reach max level in within a day or 2 days. It has to be like a real world experience. It has to be hard, grinding. And there shouldn't be a cap level. There should be like there should be a few items that there's only one of, that if you don't play the game for long enough, then it's going to like disappear and there's going to be somebody else who can get it. So it's going to have to be like entire grind. Maybe I like to do like a fantasy type of game. I think that'll just work a bit better, because FPS type of games are a bit hard. And also, if it's going to be like fantasy, I'll have the battle mechanics a bit more like Skyrim. I honestly do not like the Elder Scrolls Online. The fighting mechanic is just horrible to me. But if we had the Skyrim more version, or maybe where you can block more, it's a bit more tactical, I think that'll be awesome. And so there's going to be a lot more. You can't take on an entire crowd of people. It's going to be more one-on-one type of fighting. You have to concentrate. I think that'll be actually pretty cool. Again, it's not going to be for everybody, but it's going to be more satisfying to get into that and to level up your characters, get better, and it's going to be a game that you'll be able to play forever. It's going to be massive, massive. AI generated worlds and maps and stuff. Yeah, so hopefully in the future we'll get something like that. Then we have Reinhardt Plays that asks how to approach brands to get sponsored, other than getting recognized first. How do you approach someone to sponsor a video? Honestly, it's not that easy, and like for me, brands came to me first, because especially in South Africa, it's quite small, the YouTube community and the streaming community, so it's not that hard to necessarily get a sponsor. You're not going to get any crazy gear or money. It's still going to be like small, but there's something that you can get out of that. But as for the brands, you can just send a company an email and ask them, this is my brand, this is what I do, this is the amount of views and stuff I get, would you be willing to sponsor me something, sponsor a video? Rather than say, like, ask for money, because they're not honestly going to do that, and I found out that companies would rather send gear for you than actually money. So if it's a, let's say Corsair for example, you can ask Corsair, this is my views, this is what I do and everything, would you be able to send me a headset, I'll review it, and then you can take it back. That's also going to be the first thing. If you're not big enough, don't expect to keep the products. That took me forever to do, to be able to keep the products. And I mean, even after a while, you get so many headsets, so many mice, so many keyboards to keep. it's not really that like special anymore. So firstly, just get the stuff to review, get the content out there, and you'll be able to build your channel through that. And then later on, once you're bigger, then you can maybe keep a lot of the products more. But it's honestly a grind, and you're just gonna have to send mails to the companies and ask for them, and just get your exposure more out there. Because if you do mail the companies, you have to make it a better deal for them than it's actually for you. That's why you don't keep the product, they get off the exposure, but you still shouldn't be a sellout. But you tell them they're gonna get so much more out of this than you are, and that is going to be making it worth it for them to actually help you out. Then we also have, dude, I'm looking for a wireless headset. Any suggestions? So there's actually a few out there. You can go check out the Virtuoso from Corsair, great headset. There's the Razer Nari, still a great headset. I have both of them, the Nari Ultimate and the Virtuoso SE. They're awesome. And there's also the HyperX Flights. Now I haven't used the HyperX Flights yet, but they're also really good and comfortable. They're just a bit more cheaply made, I believe, and that's the reason why I didn't go for those. But I think between those three, there's also the Logitech G930 or G935. But honestly, I haven't really used those before, so I can't say. But apparently they're good. So there's probably going to be 4 of your best options. Also, if you're on a really tight budget, there's also the Corsair HS70s. They just released the Elite or the Pro, so there we go. I've actually one in the house that I'm going to review, so stay tuned for that. And it's not expensive. And also, sorry I forgot, and there's also the Corsair Voids. They're also pretty good and not too expensive. Then we have Liam, sup, how long does it take you to edit one of your videos, for example a review? Now, that could take between 4 to around 12 hours maybe. Sometimes a bit more. Laptops usually takes forever to review, like so for instance, like the latest Acer Predator Trident 500 that I reviewed, that took forever to make, because just the editing in that wasn't necessarily the best editing that I ever did. It just took really long, and it's usually the editing that takes forever to do, because there's so much footage that you have to go through. I usually shoot flies. I usually shoot a lot more footage than I actually use, just to have some backup, or just to have some variety to choose from. So yeah, editing takes roughly, editing alone, around 4 hours. Getting the shots, that can take around an hour to 3 hours, depending on what I do. And in the script, usually, sometimes I just know what I want to say about the thing. Then it's just like sit in front of the camera, I talk. But sometimes I need to write a script, and that takes quite a while as well, because I have to use bigger words, because I'm not that good with words. So yeah, that also can take an hour or 2 hours. So it takes a while to make a review, and that's honestly why I don't really feel it's worth doing a lot of the reviews anymore, especially for like the return I get. You guys can see some of my videos, I put a lot of work into that, but necessarily you don't really get that views out. So next year I'm doing a lot of changes. I might not do that many reviews of like peripherals, keyboards, computer stuff a lot anymore. I might change it up to do other things. Then Omer says, what I think are the only smart questions that I said in the post that I asked you guys was meant for me. It might have been, Omer. It might have been. Jeez. Just look at the clouds over there. That's how crazy the wind is. The sky is nice and blue today, wow. And that is the farmhouse. And some Twitter questions that we have. That number 13 asks, second gen Ryzen CPUs, is it still worth it, or should I save to get third generation? Honestly, you might save a lot more if you go for second gen, especially with Black Friday around the corner. You're probably going to get some crazy deals on second generation Ryzen, because a lot of the suppliers or just the companies want to get rid of the old stock of their second generation Ryzens, And honestly, they're still strong enough. I mean, I'm still using my 1800X, first gen Ryzen. That's still good enough. So depends on the money you have. If you can go for third gen Ryzen, then go for that. But otherwise, second gen is still fine. Rather go for second gen, but a bit higher end, like a 2700X than a 3600, for example. Then for our final question, what's happening? I'm sorry if the audio is so bad. I just want to do something a bit different outside. But anyway, last question. Krill asked, if somebody wants to build a new PC before next year's studies start, should they wait for a new part to release? Honestly, that's a bit hard. They'll probably announce new Ryzen early next year, but I'd say Nvidia is not going to release any new GPUs anytime soon, because they usually take around 2 years to do that, and they just kind of refresh with the Super. I don't think they're going to announce new GPUs anytime soon, maybe like later the year. But if that's going to be your mentality, then you're always going to wait, kind of like I am with phones. This is a Note 3. I also have the Note 4, but I mean, this is really old, and I just can't get myself to buy a new phone because it's stupid expensive, and it's not there yet for the specs that I want. So I'm waiting, and if a new phone comes out, then I'm still gonna say like, no, maybe next year, or maybe in a few months there's gonna be a better phone. So rather just go for that, buy a new system, but make sure that it is at least up there. That's the only thing. If you're gonna buy mid-range, then it's not gonna last as long as if you would go high-end again. So if you want to future-proof, go high instead of medium. Otherwise, you're gonna have to upgrade a lot in between. But yeah, that is pretty much it for our Q&A. I'll maybe do some more stuff here on the farm before I head back. But yeah, it was nice to do some Q&A stuff more on the farm. If you guys like this, then let me know about that. Then I'll maybe do like Q&As only on the farm. Bit more naturey, and maybe next time the wind wouldn't be that bad, because it is crazy. But I think the dogs enjoyed it though. They're just napping. So that's pretty much it for our Q&A day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, comment like always, and I will take all of you guys next time. Cheers, guys.